Hey guys, what's going on? So this is going to be another Black Clover chapter review on chapter 258. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you, Otaku Box, for sending me this in the mail. So we have this, and we're going to be unboxing this in tomorrow's video, which is actually going to be with my mother. And if it's not uploaded tomorrow, it's going to be the day after. So Monday, and we're going to be unboxing this, and she's going to be trying on the shirt and everything like I normally do, but it's going to be her doing it. So make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for that video. But let's get right into the Black Clover chapter review. So in Black Clover, we know we left off last chapter on the major cliffhanger with Asta and Yami about to fight Dante. So we continue that. It didn't skip off, and we're not seeing other people fight, so we get to continue to see this fight. And I really like this because we get to see Yami and Asta fight, and this is the first time, well, it's not the first time, it's a moment where Yami actually acknowledges that Asta is strong. I know Yami always says, oh, my bulls and my members are strong, but this is different because they're fighting this force that is crazy. They've never fought anything like this, and you have Yami and Asta fighting side by side as equals. And I like that Yami acknowledges his members as equals, and he knows how strong his members are. So let's get right into the chapter. So we start off the chapter with this sick shot of seeing Dante, Yami, and Asta staring off against each other. And it seems like Dante's getting happy, and he's like, you guys are so entertaining. He wants to be entertained more. And it's crazy to think how strong Dante actually is fighting up against someone like Yami. And it's crazy to think how strong Yami is fighting against someone like Dante. And now Asta's in the mix. And I know someone in the last video that I posted on Black Clover said Asta's not going to be able to do much, but let's see in this chapter how much he can actually do. Hopefully Asta can actually pull something off, because I think it would be a bummer to see Yami call Asta over, then Asta just gets fathered. But it might take Asta getting fathered just to be able to get a power up from Asta. And maybe we'll get something to the fact of like Asta taps into his demon power fighting Dante, because we've seen in previous chapters that Asta's demon actually has beef with Lucifer. So maybe we'll see some development on that. So in the next panel, we see Asta and Yami about to go head first, charging straight into Dante, and Yami tells Asta, follow me. And right here from this panel, Asta and Yami just look crazy. And when we get this in the anime, it's going to look so sick, because one thing Black Clover does do with their animation, and especially fight scenes, is go off. Just think about all the battles we've had so far. We've had Asta and Yuno versus Lick or Patri, and we've had Asta and Yuno fight against a bunch of other guys, and especially tag team fights with like them and Vetto, and then Licht and Lumiere versus the Devil. We have a lot of great fights in Black Clover, and I believe this is going to be another one of them. I can't wait to see the stuff animated. So from this point on, there's not a lot of dialogue. It's mainly just action scenes, but trust me, they do not disappoint. As Asta and Yami go to charge Dante, Dante lifts rocks to try to stop them from charging directly at him. But Asta and Yami just immediately slice through this attack. Kinda seems right here that Asta might be able to keep up. And once again, Yami's able to let off one attack and cut off Dante's arm. This dark thrust technique that he just unlocked is crazy strong. I don't know if this is his strongest technique. We haven't seen him use his dark dimensional equinox slash with his mana zone yet. So does it get stronger than this, or would Dante just be able to regenerate from that attack too? So Asta tries to do the same thing in slashing off Dante's arm, but it doesn't seem like it worked at all. Dante tries to attack Asta, and Yami has to bail Asta out by kicking him in the back so they both can dodge Dante's attack. So we see Asta slash Dante, and then we see Yami hit him with another death thrust, and this one destroyed Dante's whole body again. But Dante's regeneration magic is insanely strong, so he's just able to instantly regenerate while fighting two people. But it looks from here in the chapters, we see Dante targeting Asta. It doesn't look like he's trying to go after Yami that much, but seems like he's really on Asta. Maybe the anti-magic does work against Dante, and Dante is really trying not to get hit by Asta. Because we see from these shots, he doesn't mind taking a blow from Yami because he'll just brush it right off, but he does not want to get hit by Asta. So right here, they're still fighting Dante, and Yami says, as expected, the key is anti-magic. I have no choice but to hit him with Asta's sword. So are we about to see Yami actually try to fight with Asta's sword? Is it just going to drain his magic as soon as he picks it up, or does Yami actually have a way to wield it? At this point, I'm like, Yami can do anything. So if he picks up Asta's sword and slaps Dante with it, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. And then we see Asta saying he's just getting in the way, like he doesn't feel like he's adding anything to the fight, and the only reason why he's fighting is because of Captain Yami. At this point, he's starting to think, all that training, was it for nothing? Did it go to waste? But you gotta remember, Asta, you're sitting here fighting Dante. You're sitting here fighting someone who is levels and levels and levels above a captain, and kinda being able to keep up. I wouldn't say you're not able to keep up, but you're kind of there. At least you're not getting one-shotted. And then we see Asta calling his inner devil, and I kind of got Naruto vibes from this and saying, you're looking at this, right? So we go on to see Asta have some dialect with his devil, and it goes as, I remember we met like this before. The mood was different from that time, but I felt your anger just a little while ago. I don't know why, but you want to defeat him too, right? And then we go on to see Asta saying, I should have faced you like this earlier. From now on, I'm gonna confront you like this. So now does he just have the ability to just speak to the demon inside of him? And apparently he's just gonna start communicating with him like this. And then this is where I got a really Naruto vibe from it, when Asta said to the devil, lend me your power. So we have the devil saying to Asta, okay, I'll lend you my power, and the power I'm going to lend you is far beyond the power that you have now. Even the power that Asta has when he goes into his devil form. So Asta's about to get a major power up, but he's not going to get it for free. The devil told him it's going to cost you, and it's going to cost you a body part. But Asta doesn't care at all. He wants to get stronger, and he's like, yeah, if that's what it takes, just give me the power. So then we see a shot of Asta with a demon arm saying, this is my best for now. And did the demon take his arm? Did it take control of his arm? Is that what it is? But we see Captain Yami smiling, and Asta is able to cut the demon. It looks like it from here. And Asta goes on to say, how can he be the magic emperor if he loses here? He wants to surpass his limits. He wants to be a person who can answer the trust of Captain Yami. He wants to be able to protect and save people. And then the demon says, well, okay. And then the demon says, okay, I shall grant you power. And then the chapter ends there. And now we know why the chapter is titled Dark Oath. So that's the whole chapter right now. And I don't know if Black Clover is going to come out next week or they're going to be on a break. Hopefully they're not, because the way it's getting right now, I can't wait to see what happens in the next Black Clover chapter. And let me know what you guys think about this chapter in the comments. Do you think Yami is going to wield Asta's sword? What do you think Asta's new power is going to be like? Do you think it's going to put him on the level where he can actually defeat Dante? And what do you think the connection is between Dante, well, Lucifer, and the demon inside of Asta? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe. You can also check me out on Twitter and let me know what you think there. My DMs are always open, and I want to say thank you guys for watching. And with all that being said, I want you guys to have a good day and peace.